The day my wife tried to evict me from my own bedroom, she did it with the same tone she uses to ask what I want for dinner. "My sister Bianca and Trevor are moving in," Clara announced, exclamation points included, glowing like she'd won us a vacation. Bianca wafted in on cue, hand on bump like a prenatal vitamin ad. "We'll take the master, of course," she said. "You can have the guest room, or you could, move out. Great if you're out by the weekend. I've paid the mortgage for 8 years. I fix what breaks." I read the HOA newsletter, and suddenly I'm demoted to guest. Trevor wandered in drinking my beer, all teeth and Henley. "Roommates, bro," he said, already redecorating my life into a meditation corner. Clara watched me with that don't make a scene look. Bianca smiled that winner's smile. I nodded like a reasonable man and started planning my exit. 6 months earlier, I'd turned down a dream promotion, regional operations director, because Clara needed to stay close to family. Free company housing. 5-minute commute. I brought the packet home like a miracle. She killed it in under a minute. Tears, guilt. Family. I caved. That night in the mothball guest room, view brick wall, soundtrack, dying pipes. I found the manila folder I'd hidden. The offer, the HR card, the apartment brochure with sunshine streaming across floors I could have been sweeping. I emailed Jessica in HR. "If the role's still open, I'm back in." Saturday, 8 a.m., the moving truck arrived like a choir of angels. I'd spent the week dotting blue stickers on everything I'd bought with my money. The couch, TV, coffee maker, dining set, toaster. If I paid for it, it was mine. The movers, Marcus and Danny, worked like surgeons, smiling at the drama the way pros do. Trevor emerged in boxer shorts. "You're taking everything?" "Everything blue," I said, peeling a sticker for the toaster while he processed life without toast. Bianca thundered down, as much as a silk-swathed pregnant woman can thunder. "What will we sit on?" "The floor's very minimalist," I said. "Great for posture." Clara descended slowly, trying to find a tone that would make me feel small. "We should talk privately." "You chose public," I said, and waved the couch out the door. "Where are you even going?" she asked. "To the job I turned down for you," I said. "Start Monday. Company apartment. 5-minute commute. Peace and quiet included." By noon, the house looked like a real estate listing post-foreclosure. I tossed my keys onto the bare floor. "Mortgage is due in 5 days. Name on the loan is yours." "Good luck," then I left. My phone exploded with voicemails that night. Apology adjacent, then panicked, then furious. Bianca texted photos of empty rooms. "Look what you did." Trevor begged for the coffee maker because the cheap one doesn't vibe. I ate pizza in my new place, streaming a movie without buffering, and felt the delicious weight of zero guilt. A midweek errand forced me back for my mail. The house was folding chairs and echo. Clara and Bianca tag-teamed outrage. Trevor wore noise-canceling headphones and contributed, "The vibes are off." I collected my envelopes in a final realization. They never missed me, only what I paid for. Then Bianca called at dawn, voice shaking. "Where's the insurance money?" Clara had told her there was a pile of cash from my dad's policy. There wasn't. It was gone years ago. To Clara's loans, the down payment, furniture. Bianca erupted at Clara. The family facade cracked wide open. Word trickled back. They'd counted on imaginary money and my very real wallet. With neither, reality arrived. Clara sold the house at a loss. Bianca and Trevor squeezed into a one-bedroom. He looked for work. She clocked retail hours, belly first. Clara took a desk job and stopped posting altogether. Me? Without the circus, I flew. Promoted again in 3 months. I arranged my furniture at will, lined my craft beers like trophies, spent Saturday mornings at a pretentious cafe on purpose. Peace came standard. So did dignity. They'd thought I was disposable. Turns out I was the load-bearing wall. They've got each other. I've got everything else. Best trade of my life.
To Nana, sugar armor, and the stitches that held. When Marcus and I came home from our honeymoon,
His parents had turned the living room into a small celebration. Flowers, light snacks, Harper's thoughtful touches. But it was his 80-year-old Nana who warmed the house. She shuffled out with her cane and a mischievous smile, called me sweetheart, and made me feel as if I'd finally arrived. I gave her sea salt toffee, a lavender candy sachet I'd stitched, and a cotton scarf finished on the plane. "Elise, you've got a heart stitched with gold," she said. Marcus squeezed my hand. "Told you she'd love it." Then Sienna breezed in. Heels, perfume, invitations like glossy weapons. I offered a tiny Santorini gift. She curled a lip. Airport kiosk sentiment. And don't call me Sienna. We're sisters-in-law now. The smile stayed on my face. The sting stayed in my chest. I helped Harper set the table. Nana leaned in and murmured, "That girl wears sugar armor." At Harper's birthday lunch, Prix Fix, place cards, centerpieces, Sienna slid over a pale pink box, a Madison and Fifth handbag worth a mortgage payment. Gasps, delight. Harper turned to me. "Elise, you brought something too." I handed her the mint green apron I'd sewn. She unfolded it, eyes bright. "You made this?" For one perfect moment, I felt seen. In the bathroom, Sienna found me in the mirror, smirking. "Cute, 7th grade," she said, gagging theatrically before strutting out. After that, she smiled in public and whispered poison in private. "Ignore her," Marcus said. I tried. But Sienna started dropping by to see Nana as if she owned the house. Nana's room, blankets, dried flowers, old photographs, was my sanctuary. We shared tea and stories until my shoulders remembered how to lower. Then the announcement arrived. Luke and Sienna are expecting. Cheers, hugs. Sienna dabbed dry eyes and suggested it might be easier if they moved in after the baby. "We'll renovate." "No trouble," Henry tried. "Wouldn't that be cramped?" Harper beamed. Sienna's lips twitched into victory. Later at the sink, Sienna slid behind me, voice purring. She only needed a down payment. The house smelled of cedar and regret, and being friends with Nana won't get you anywhere. Then, God gave me the first grandbaby. She should know who the real daughter-in-law is. My hands went cold. Only Marcus and Nana knew about my miscarriage. Nana appeared in the doorway, steady as a tide. "Elise, come sit with me for tea." Behind her closed door, I told the truth. The bathroom insult, the whispers, the cruelty of the miscarriage jab. Nana didn't flinch. "She's been eavesdropping," she said. "Likely outside this very room. Leave it to this old woman." Months passed. Sienna delivered a healthy boy near her parents. Marcus and I sent gifts, a check, and a sky blue onesie I'd hand-stitched with the baby's name in silver. Henry helped with the letters. We tucked a note inside. No thank you came. I let it go. Nana did not. "Call her," Nana said. "Speaker on." With Nana beside me and Marcus in the doorway, Sienna scoffed. She'd thrown the homemade thing out. Garbage. And I should send a stroller next time. Silence. "Did you check inside?" I asked. "The note? The name?" Muffled rustling. A distant mom. Admission. They'd tossed the bag unopened. Sienna came back breathless, suddenly contrite. "A misunderstanding. Please make another. Luke will be heartbroken if he knew, please." I said I would for Henry's sake. As we hung up, Nana stepped into the hall and called Harper and Henry, who had been listening. "She lied," Nana said simply. She tossed Henry's gift. "She's been playing a game." Today she lost a turn. A few days later, Sienna and Luke arrived with the baby. We cooed. Harper handed over a rattle. Sienna presented the new outfit, chirping, "Elise made this one. Fits like a dream." Harper studied the stitching. "Even finer than before." Sienna laughed. "Lucky guess." Nana's eyes flicked to mine. After dessert, Nana reached for the baby. "May I?" Sienna asked for sanitizer. Nana drew back just enough. "Sometimes masks slip when you least expect it," she said, then smiled sweetly. "You know what would be perfect? Move in with us. We could eat your cooking every day." The room froze. Sienna stammered. She hadn't cooked. She'd ordered. I didn't want to disappoint. Nana turned the joke into a blade. "I'd rather you not set foot in this house at all if you can't tell the truth." Harper and Henry sat stunned. I opened my phone. "We can play the audio where she called the gift garbage." Sienna lunged for it, nearly tipping a glass. The baby wailed. "You treat me like a monster," she cried. "I'm not the villain." Luke stood, gentle but firm, cradling his son. "You need to go." Sienna blinked as if struck. "You're siding with her?" "I'm siding with the person who didn't lie to my family," he said, "and didn't throw my father's gift away." Sienna left without a single gaze meeting hers. Weeks later, she moved back with her parents. Luke filed for divorce. He eventually met a nurse who loved baking and swapped gardening tips with Nana. His son adored her from the start. Marcus and I stayed with his parents a while after Luke moved out. When I was pregnant again, Nana helped me ready a bright nursery. We had twin girls, Lily and Jasmine. "Your name means flower," Nana said once. "They should bloom from that." Now, on quiet evenings, Nana sits on the porch under a knitted blanket, sipping mint tea while the girls build kingdoms in the sandbox. They bring her dirt cakes and sand toffee. She accepts them like offerings. "Delicious," she says every time. Marcus once asked how I stayed so calm. "Because I had Nana," I told him. "Every stitch, every cup of tea, every soft hand squeezing mine in.